us to keep our eye on that broader future. So a couple of things that we're working on. One is a curriculum reimagining. We also call it curriculum revision or curriculum renewal. How can we integrate some more high impact educational practices that we have, but they're not fully integrated into our curriculum? How can we look at the curriculum in a new way? How can we make it the most relevant and modern and still focused on the liberal arts and still focused on helping prepare our students to transfer to four-year degrees? What would that look like? So that's one project that we're starting right away, and that will be led out of academic affairs. A couple other bigger projects in our future for the colleges in particular, but also across both institutions, would be what I've been calling the ROI, or the impact project. And that's the idea of using a group to help define what our metrics would be in terms of our impacts. So we know in colleges, in academic programs, some of our typical metrics are persistence and completion and graduation rate and transfer rate and that sort of thing. But what are some other key metrics that would measure some other things that are important to our stakeholders in the community? And think about, how do we measure the impacts of a 4-H program, for example? But we need to think about how to do that, what we are going to measure, how we will display it, and then start collecting those data in one place where they're easily accessible. The other bigger project that we'll work on a little bit later would be a readiness project for fundraising and development. Now, I know we have fundraising at our campuses through our foundations. Obviously, public broadcasting, Wisconsin Public Radio Television does a big job of fundraising. 4-H does a good job. But are we meeting our full potential? So doing a study on our capacity and our readiness to launch a big comprehensive fundraising campaign and building up for that. Not to replace what's being done locally, but to work and support it. What more could be done locally on our campuses? So those are a couple big projects. We'll also be doing strategic planning. That'll come a little bit, we need to deal with our present situation with the budget, but that's very important. What do we envision for ourselves in the future? Who do we want to be? How do we get there?